our featured topic of the week. Now, I picked a topic that kind of segues into the things we've been talking about the last couple shows. We've been talking about ways to promote your business online, but also offline. And one of the ways that I promote my business offline, and I've met some absolutely amazing people and built an amazing community of business owners and entrepreneurs through doing one thing: business networking. Here I am at one of the many networking groups that I go to, and I want to talk to you for just a few minutes this morning about business networking and how you can use networking to grow your business. By the way, I wrote a blog article about this, and you can find this on my blog, GilbertStudios.com/blog. In fact, we'll take a field trip over to the website in a minute to show you exactly where that is and how you can get to it quickly. But I wanted to give you a couple of the topics, a couple of the ideas from my article. Business networking. This is an incredible way to grow your business. So let me talk to you about just a couple key points. The first point I want to talk about is giver's gain. By the way, a lot of this material comes from Dr. Ivan Misner, who is the founder of BNI, and that is a networking group that is all over the world. BNI stands for Business Networking International, I believe it stands for that. And Dr. Ivan Misner is the founder of that group and writes a lot about networking and the principles of growing your business through networking. So I'm going to share just a couple ideas from Dr. Misner this morning, ideas I've learned through networking, and hopefully it'll help you in your business. The first concept is giver's gain. Of course you want to grow your own business. That's the whole reason that we're doing this whole marketing thing, right? And yet the best way to do so is to look for opportunities to help other people. And this is really a win-win situation, because as you are on the lookout for other people to get referrals and introductions to other professionals, they're on the lookout for referrals for you. We can help each other grow. What's that phrase? A rising tide lifts all ships, or something like that. Studio audience, feel free to correct my colloquialisms. I don't always have the right phrasing on those things. Hi, Janara. Glad you're here with us this morning. I'm glad you made it. And I love this quote from Zig Ziglar. You will get all you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. You know what? I don't have everything that I want in life yet. And so that means I haven't helped enough other people yet. And that's why I'm here doing this show, is to help you. What questions do you have? How can we help you? How can my community help you? Do you need to meet do you need to meet a professional of some kind? I bet I've met him or her through my networking, and I'd love to introduce you. I know a lot of amazing people. So giver's gain. Be on the lookout for those other people. Look for opportunities to give and support other people and other professionals. And as you do that from a genuine, real place, they're going to be doing it back for you. And those referrals will be coming in too. And that's a beautiful synergistic thing that happens. Giver's gain. Warning, it's not just about you. Often Doug in one of our networking meetings does this illustration where he talks about the Seagull networker who comes into a networking group and they fly around the room and they dump their stuff all over people. They're throwing their business cards around the room and they fly away. And all they're looking to do is just dump all their stuff on people and leave again. And that's not what we're talking about here. We are not talking about swooping into a room and handing everyone a business card and swooping away again. We are here to build real relationships with people, and as we invest our time into those other people, it comes back to us in the form of referrals and relationships and introductions. It's not a mindset of, I'm meeting this one person in this room and I want to sell my thing to this one person right now. It is instead the concept of, I want to build a relationship with this one person in this room. And as I do that, as I get to know them and as we get to learn more about each other and how we help each other, that person is going to be out in the world meeting other people. And when they come across someone that needs a website guy, they're going to think of CJ. They're going to think of this amazing guy they've met who's always helping them in their business and always looking to introduce people. And that's how it comes back to me. So as I look to pour into the lives of the people that I meet and I build those relationships, it's gonna come back my way. So I want to encourage you to take that same approach, take that same mindset, go into networking groups looking for ways that you can impact the lives of the people in that room, and just know, not from a place of expectation, but just a place of confidence that you know that as you give into other people, they'll give back to you. Garrison says correct on that comment. I want to talk to you about another principle that Dr. Misner teaches us. It's called VCP, and this stands for visibility, credibility, profitability. And this is a process, the VCP process. And the concept is when you first go into a room of people and you don't know anybody, you are invisible. No one knows you, you're invisible. So your first goal in that moment is to move from invisibility to visibility. So they don't know you, now they do know you. The idea is you can't jump right from no one knows you to all the way over here, you're doing business with everyone and you're extremely profitable. It doesn't work like that. You've got to go through these steps along the way. So first you move from nothing to visibility. Now they see you, now they know who you are. The next thing that you're developing is credibility. So after they get to see you and know you and you have that visibility, now you're developing credibility with them. They get to know you and how you work and how you operate, and if you truly do know the things that you say you know and that you're representing to them, you're developing credibility. So you're moving from visibility to credibility, and after you've established that credibility, after people know you and trust you, then you move into that final stage, which is profitability. And keep in mind that you are in one of these places with everybody that you meet everywhere you are all the time. So when you first meet someone and they don't know you and you don't know them, you've moved from invisibility to visibility. And then as you get to know them and develop that relationship, that's where you're building up credibility. And as those referrals come in, they think of you, now you've reached profitability. This is called the VCP process, and it's a great mindset to understand. We don't want to fly into a room and dump our cards on people expecting that that's gonna, boom, jump us to profitability. Oh, this guy that just handed me 6 business cards, I want to give him all the business, and it doesn't work like that, right? You've got to build a relationship. If someone is gonna introduce me to someone in their network, they've got to trust me, because it's a little piece of them that they're giving away when they make an introduction. So they've got to know that I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to take care of that person that they refer to me, because that's part of their reputation. So you've got to develop that credibility before you can receive those referrals. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, studio audience, how I'm presenting this? Let me know if you have anything else to add. All these people down here in the group with me are amazing professionals. On the call with me right now, we've got Garrison, Betty, Janara. These are 3 amazing people that I've met through networking, and now they're part of my lives. And now we're becoming friends, and now we're hanging out outside, and we're doing business together. And this is an amazing process, and this is how it works. So VCP teaches us about that. Real quick, there's 2 kinds of networking groups, and I just jumped the slide, so let's go back to the slide I want. It's this one. There's 2 kinds of networking groups that you can look for to get involved. There's exclusive groups and non-exclusive groups. So exclusive groups are those that only allow 1 person per category. 1 person per business category. I was talking about Dr. Misner's group, B&I, probably one of the most famous exclusive networking groups. There's multiple chapters around a city, and you'll find the right chapter that you can plug into, and they only allow 1 person per category. Now, oftentimes, they're not doing that to exclude more people, but instead to increase the amount of referrals that 1 person will receive for that type of business. Now, what you'll find is that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll only have 1 attorney in the group. What that typically means is that they'll create slots, like there might be a family attorney and a business attorney and a probate attorney. They might allow commercial insurance broker, residential insurance broker. So there might still be a couple people from a couple industries that are still in the group, but they've chosen a lane. They've picked a niche that they can represent in that group. So that still allows multiple people in a profession to join the group, but they have a singular focus. Does that make sense? So you absolutely should join an exclusive group. And typically, there are exceptions. There are groups that have exceptions, but the biggest rule usually is you can only be part of one exclusive group, because typically the rules of that club say you can only be a part of that one exclusive group, because they want you to give referrals to that one people. And that makes sense. That makes sense to me. So I say join one exclusive group and pick the one that's going to fit you the best. Tour a couple of them. The group that I'm involved with, by the way, if you're anywhere near San Diego, if you're anywhere near East County, San Diego, I'm part of a group called East County Referrals. We meet every Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m. in El Cajon for a 1-hour breakfast meeting, and I would love for you to come be my guest. Send me an email, cj@askawebgeek.com. I would love to tell you more details about that. You can come be my guest at one of the meetings and see how we operate, but I encourage you to be a guest at several clubs. Find the one that you're going to fit with the people. Even chapters within one organization will still have a different flavor based on the people that make up that chapter. So try a couple of them. All you can do is try. I recommend that you give it a try. So try a couple groups out and see which one you fit the best in, and then join that group. That's going to be your exclusive group. Also, I believe you should also be a member of several non-exclusive groups. So I'll give a shout out to a couple of the non-exclusive groups that I'm a part of. One of them is called Exceptional Entrepreneurs. The amazing people that I'm talking to right now down here in the chat window, I've met all of them through Exceptional Entrepreneurs. We meet every Friday at 11:30 a.m. in Mission Valley at a Denny's, and it is an amazing group of people, and that's where a lot of these principles that I'm teaching you this morning have come from, is from learning how these networking groups operate and the best way to build those relationships to generate those referrals. So check it out. You should visit as many groups as you can. You'll probably only be able to join one exclusive group, but then you'll also be able to join several non-exclusive groups. So I want to encourage you to check those out and find out what's available near you. Here's a couple places you can go to look for those kind of groups. You can check them out on Meetup, Eventbrite, and Facebook. Facebook has an events section, and so whatever platform you choose, Meetup is probably the #1 popular place to look for these. Go to meetup.com, and there may even be a button you can click to look for business networking, or just type in networking or business networking. And Meetup will tell you about all the groups that are near you. Also, a lot of these groups use Eventbrite for registration purposes, and I believe you can also search on Eventbrite for these type of groups. And then finally, Facebook has their own event section, and sometimes that's used by people or not. So feel free to look at any of those platforms to find a group near you. And finally, I want you to learn more about this project, about this post. I have an article about this on my blog, GilbertStudios.com/blog. And let's take a field trip over there right now so I can show you the fastest way to get there. Let me pull up my browser window. Okay, now you can see it. Now I need to see it. Here it is. Here's our Ask A Web Geek website, by the way. Click that blue button and subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Okay, so we're going to go over here to my website, GilbertStudios.com, and you can go to GilbertStudios.com/blog. There's also a link to the blog right here under the info button. The first link down is blog, but I want to show you, if you come to the home page and you scroll down past these testimonials, see this black bar right here? This first article right here, popular blog posts, This first article is Introduction to Business Networking. So that's the one I want you to go read if you want to learn more about business networking. I've got 2 links for you to check out. Introduction to Business Networking is this first one. And then the one, nope, not that one. Here we go. And then the one right below it, Business Networking in San Diego, talks more about the groups that I like and I attend frequently here in San Diego. So check out both of those articles so you can learn more about business networking and about the business networking opportunities specifically here in San Diego. Studio audience, anything to chime in and add about networking, business networking in San Diego, or just about business networking in general? Let me know if you have any comments to add on to that. Otherwise, I'm going to finish up the show over here, okay? You can go to my website, GilbertStudios.com, to check out those articles. Let me know if you have any questions on that.